Davidson.
And I'm Jessica Andrews, and we are both teachers with Leon County Schools.
And today we're going to take you on a virtual tour of Goodwood Museum. You may have driven right by here and not realized it. Goodwood Museum is located in the middle of Tallahassee, right near the big hospital.
There are so many historical places right here in Tallahassee.
Today you get your very own tour.
All right, let's go.
So, when you hear the word museum, you might think about old things.
But this museum used to be a plantation. Plantations were huge pieces of land with all kinds of agriculture.
And back in the 1800s, enslaved people made up most of the workforce at Goodwood.
And even though it was so long ago, Goodwood was extravagant with all kinds of fancy dining and furniture.
But since it was so long ago, they didn't have things like air conditioning or cable TV.
But what about a refrigerator in the kitchen?
Nope. In fact, the kitchen wasn't even part of the house. It was in a separate building. Come on, I'll show you.
So if I wanted something to eat after school, I would have to come all the way out here?
Right. Back then, they wanted to make sure that if a fire started in the kitchen, it wouldn't spread to the whole house.
Oh, so they would cook all the meals outside and then bring them in.
Right, and there was an entrance under the house where the kitchen staff would bring the meals in.
Let's go look. So why would they bring the food all the way down into the basement?
Well, after cooking the food, they brought it down here to keep it warm before taking it upstairs for the people to eat it.
Wow, what is that? It looks just like a water tower.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Goodwood even had their very own water tower.
So they had water just like we do today?
Well, sort of. They built this so they would have their very own water supply.
And how would they get the water down from up there?
Well, because it's so tall, the pressure pushed the water through the pipes to the house and all of the property.
So the people that lived here must have had a lot of money.
Yes, they did. There were several owners, and one owner in particular was very rich. Her name was Fanny Tears.
But if the house was built way back in 1843, what did people do for fun?
Well, Fanny Tears did a lot of renovations to Goodwood, and one of them was to include a skating rink.
A skating rink at her own house?
Right, and a pool.
And I heard they even used to be able to dance on the pool somehow?
Well, there was a cover that went over it so that people could use it as a dance floor.
I didn't know there were so many historical things to learn here in Tallahassee.
I know, there's so much, isn't there? Students, we hope you've enjoyed your virtual tour of Goodwood Museum.
And remember, this is just one of many historical places here in Leon County.
That's right. We have friends at the museums here in Tallahassee working with Leon County Schools to bring you a program called Blended Lives, where students like you can learn more about the historical things in Tallahassee.
And we really want you to enjoy learning about the culture and events that make up the history of Tallahassee.
So, we hope to see you at the next virtual tour. Until then,
Goodbye from Goodwood Museum.